Hello my peculiars and welcome back or welcome to my peculiar corner if you're new here. My name is Andy and here we are at yet another magical encounter. I hope you're doing well and everything's fine with you, and I'm very excited this week because it's about a book that I've been very excited to show you for a long time now. It's part of the Ology series, but it's takes everything to the next level, I would say, and that is called The Field Guide to Dragons by Dr. Ernest Drake. Now, this book is exciting for many reasons, but I'm gonna show you after the intro. So let's crack on with the show. Here I am back straight from the Peculiar Library with the amazing copy of The Field Guide to Dragons. Now, as I mentioned before, this book is very special because it has 12 dragon models inside. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Now, I used to have these dragons all on my bookshelves when we were living with my parents-in-law, but since we moved here and we bought the house, I never took them out of the book. But anyway, let's just start with the back this time. We are not going to follow the usual. So here it says, Dragonology, Field Guide to Dragons. Featuring 12 scientifically accurate models of dragons, this field guide is a volume no serious dragonologist should be without. Each model can be rapidly assembled to aid identification and then disassembled again for ease of carriage in the wild. More importantly, the book contains detailed drawings and notes about many different species of dragon, their general appearance, habits, and likely locations, and is accompanied by a fascinating introduction to dragon evolution. Much of the information herein has only recently come to light, including descriptions of hitherto undiscovered extinct species, essential reading for all serious students of the remarkable science of dragonology, Dr. Ernest Drake. Now, here it says £19.99, but I don't really remember well how much I paid on it. I know I got it from worldofbooks.co.uk, and I actually got it. I got one volume, and then unfortunately it was sent to me, but there were no dragons inside. And I wrote an email to them and I asked them if they kindly, they can exchange that and send me a copy that contains the dragons. Like, I understood that it was secondhand, and I was very lucky. Honestly, I was probably the luckiest persons in the world to be able to get actually the copy that has all the dragons inside, or the 12 models. So yeah, I was very happy, and they were very kind to send me the copy, with the dragons. Anyway, let's dive into this amazing book. Now, it already starts from the beginning, so I will show you one dragon at least, so you see how they look. So each dragon is packed separately like this. I'm gonna even put it together for you. Hopefully it's gonna be very fast, because they are very easy to put together, honestly. Like, you even have like a stand for each dragon. So as you can see, you just do this, and then let's see if I'm going to remember how to put it together. Honestly, I don't know if I will remember, but like, you cannot really see what I'm doing here, but you will now. So these are the hands of the dragon, like front legs, more likely. This is the Chinese Draco Orientalis Magnus. This is the, come on, focus. This is the little stand that the dragon is gonna stand on. And then here we have, I think as far as I remember, it should be like, no, it's gonna be the other way around. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, as I said, as you can see, I kind of like forgot how to put them together, because it's been a long time. We bought this house like, what, 5 years ago, so around 5 years and a half these dragons are in their book without seeing the daylight. But I am getting there slowly, just bear with. You're gonna have a lot of fun watching this video, I presume, and seeing me struggle putting a dragon together. Here we go, and then we have the Here we go, the back legs, and then we have the tail, and here we have the beautiful dragon. And oops, here we go. And then we also have the stand. Now let's see if I remember how to put the stand together, because that has its own thing as well on how to be installed and everything, as far as I remember. And I don't seem to remember how to do it very well. Yes, here we go. So here it is. It's all put together, and then the dragon, it would be like this as far as I remember. You just stick it there, and then here you have your beautiful dragon, and you can just, you know, nicely exhibit all of your dragon models on your shelf. Now I'm gonna put this on the side, and we are gonna dive into the rest of the book. Beautiful illustration. Here we have the Secret and Ancient Society of Dragonologists. This is the content. Here it's, yeah, dragon identification models. Here it even tells you how to put them together, and it's exactly the one that I put together right now. Here we have an introduction to dragon spotting, migration and habitats, equipment and fieldwork, dragon evolution, extinct dragons, classification of dragon species, and classification of pseudo-dragons, and an afterword. Here we have dragon spotting. There are beautiful illustrations throughout the book, as we are accustomed already with the Dragonology books. Here we have migration and habitats. Then we have equipment and fieldwork. Here we have a tracking journal, and here we have the essential dragon identification. Here Dr. N.S. Drake says, know your dragons. If you remember from the other ology books, we already went through this, like how to identify dragons based on their shadows and shapes and everything. So here we have again, beautifully illustrated all the dragons. I'm gonna move the book closer to the camera so you can just pause and identify each dragon and get accustomed with their shapes and forms. And then here we have dragon scat. How to identify dragon by their poo-poo. Beautiful illustration. And then we have dragon evolution, extinct dragons. And here we have prehistoric dragons, Draconodon, and recent extinctions. Here we have the bush dragon, the humming dragon, the ascetic dragon, the present and future. Here we have classification of dragon species. So we start with the European dragon. We even have pictures with their eggs, and here their nest. For each dragon. Here we have some spotters tip where we can find them. We see this in the little map that we have illustrated here. Then we have frost dragon, again with the eggs and the nest. We have knacker, their egg and their nest, and even about the cheek a bit, and here even you can see it's their prints, so you can identify easily. And then again the maps, how to identify them by their shape and form. And here we have dwarf dragon, again eggs, and beautifully the nest explained and explained. Here we have another set of 4 dragons, 4 models. Then here we have Basilisk transformations at Box Hill, as observed by Douglas Carroll, spring 1898. How nicely done. Here we have the basilisk, again the egg and the nest. Chinese lung, Korean young, beautiful. I love the egg of the Chinese lung dragon. Chinese lung is probably the one that we just assembled. Then we have Korean young, beautiful dragon eggs this as well, as you can see here. Then we have the Tibetan dragon with its egg and about nest, beautiful illustrations. Lindworm, Draco Serpentalis. Again, very, very nicely done and a lot of attention to details. Then we have the Wyvern with the egg, and also some notes about, for example, about the nest. Here we have circular nest in grass or sand dunes. The sun provides sufficient heat to incubate the egg. And here we have the Hydra. Then Mexican amphitheater has very nice egg as well. And here we have some details about the chick. Baby amphitheaters seek shelter in rocky holes, where they begin their lives on a diet of spiders and small lizards. Their wings grow only when they have reached 3 years or more of age. Then here we have the moth dragon, marsupial dragon. We also have the Tasmanian dragon. And here we have the classification of pseudo dragons. And then we have the cockatrice with its egg, and you can see that the egg is the size and shape of a chicken's egg, but gold in color. The cockatrice uses the help of a toad or snake to hatch her single egg. And then we have the phoenix, which is a bird but also a dragon apparently, Komodo dragon. And then we have unknown species, which is Draco americanus incognito. And here we have an afterword. The study of dragonology, like all natural sciences, is a magnificent and challenging adventure that can open our eyes to a new world of wonder. Sadly, the terrible and frequently fatal dangers of studying dragons up close means that the Secret and Ancient Society of Dragonologists, SASD, is almost always in search of new recruits. But until the day that dragons cease to exist on Earth, there will surely always be those brave souls who are ready to go forth and find them, learn about them, and conserve and protect them wherever they may be found. Dr. Ernest Drake. And a beautiful illustration of a dragon that looks like a seahorse. The only known fully aquatic dragon species, the Sargasso, is thought to have existed entirely on a diet of fish and seaweed. And here we have the last 4 dragon models. Now, I promise you I'm gonna put all the dragon models together for you, with you, in a future video once my room is done, because I really don't want to lose them. As you can see, you know, the pieces are, some of them are quite small, so I really don't want to lose them. But as you can see, it's very beautiful, and I'm so super happy to have this in my collection, because as you know, dragons are my favorite magical creatures. So to have 12 beautiful models of dragons, it's something out of this world for me. And oh, by the way, yeah, I want to tell you also the models that we have. So we have the European dragon, frost dragon, Chinese gargoyle, and then we have knacker, cockatrice, wyvern, Tibetan dragon, and then we have dwarf, lindworm, marsupial, and amphitheater dragon. So yeah, these are the dragon models we have. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Like, I was so excited to really show you this book, because it's probably one of my most favorites from the entire series. This one and the other Dragonology extended part of the series, which I'm gonna go through soon with you. Now, these kind of models we also have when it comes to European and Frost Dragon in bigger scale, with their own books and everything. We are gonna definitely do a flip through that as well. And also from the Pirateology series, we have an entire ship model, if you can imagine that. And also we are gonna definitely go through that, and once my room is gonna be done, I'm gonna put the ship together with you in a video. But until next week, don't forget 2 very important things. Stay magical, stay peculiar, always. Bye for now.